everyone, it's Victoria, and don't mind the mess in the back. If you can see my sewing machine, that's where I sew, and that's where I make all of the beautiful scarves for my Etsy, which you guys should check out. And anyway, I want to talk about processed food. And I want to start this off by saying that we all know, or maybe we all don't know, but I'm letting you guys know that I would probably consider myself a health Nazi. I mean, to me, that's a good thing, to care so much about your health that it's the first thing that people think of when they think about you. You know, oh, she's the health nut. I love that. I really, really enjoy that term, and to me, it's not offensive. So I'm prefacing this video by saying that, you know, I care about every single morsel that goes into my mouth, and because it becomes a part of you, and food should be for fuel, vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. It should not be for pleasure, in my opinion. It should not be for because you're bored, sad, lonely, depressed, excited, happy. It should not be for emotions. It should be for you know, just your physiological need to eat, okay? And society has made eating be tailored to every mood you're in, whether you're in a hurry, whether, you know, blah, blah, blah. So with the advent of processed food, humans have seen our health spiral, you know, lower and lower. And we are at a point right now where, you know, as a collective, humans are sicker than ever. They're more overweight than ever. They are more starved for nutrients than ever, okay? And to me, I, you know, attribute that to processed food, okay? So everywhere you go, people are stuffing down processed food like it's going out of style, and we all get that. But what really puts a dagger through my heart is when I see children eating processed food, okay? Because as we all know, children are victims to where they're born, and also in terms of what they eat, they're victims of what their parents give them, okay? You know, I will never forget, before I even, you know, figured out my passion for health, and before I knew anything about health, when I was eating the standard American diet, and when I was personally a mess, I forget where I was at, but I saw a mother put Coke in her baby bottle and then give it to her child. And even then I was like, oh my God, that's crazy, you know? How is that even legal? Okay? So I always think of that when I think of kids eating processed food and, you know, everything else that they're given. But, you know, if you're a parent watching this, or if you know someone close to you who has children, I would really think twice about maybe talking to them about the processed food that they're giving their child. And I understand more than anyone, really, because of the lifestyle I live, that you got to be really careful before you talk to people about what the food that they're eating, because I swear you can talk about sex, politics, religion, but if you bring up A, food, and that the food people are eating is bad, or if you bring up B, vaccines and how that they're bad, wow, that could almost start World War III, okay? So I know more than anyone that you got to be really careful, and you have to be really choosy with the words that you say when talking about food, okay? But I don't care. That's why I'm doing these videos, is to tell people that, like, for example, right now, processed food, not good. Not good for your child, not good for their growing and developing body and brain. You know, processed food can clog you up more than anything else, okay? So, just as an example, the tiny little nephrils of the kidneys, I mean, when you feed them just this processed, dead, denatured, devitalized food, it just does nothing for the body, and not only that, it clogs the body up, you know? Like I've said in other videos, and like I think Dan McDonald has said, it's constipation nation out there. People are constipated. If, you know, if they're lucky, they're having one bowel movement a day, which is not enough. And if they're more, you know, normal in terms of what's going on in society right now, they might be having a bowel movement every couple days, every week. I mean, that is lunacy to me. 30 minutes after you eat, you should be having a bowel movement, okay, ideally. That is a healthy GI tract, okay? But that's not how it is for the average person in this society right now, and that is because of all the processed food, you know. Plus, meat and dairy has zero fiber, okay. With every meal that I eat fiber. Fruits and vegetables are full of fiber, and they sweep the GI tract. They pull toxins from the body, and then you can eliminate it, okay. And also, fruits and vegetables help your kidneys to filter properly, and that, you know, helps clean you out and detoxify you. But the processed food, you're never gonna reach a high level of health eating that junk, you know. Anything in a box, can, bag, I mean, unless it's like pumpkin seeds or you know, some kelp, that's pretty much the only processed food I eat, or raw tahini in a jar. That's the epitome of processed food that I eat. I would never eat anything that can stay on a shelf for 2 years. I mean, come on. I don't know what we're thinking as a society. And hey, I was victim of it too. I was fed processed food as a child, along with meat and dairy. And I didn't know any better growing up, so I got addicted to it because the chemicals, color enhancers, preservatives in this processed food makes it very, very addicting because the companies want you to come back. So you'll buy more and more and more, and you'll get sicker and sicker and fatter until you get a dis-ease, and you go through the doors of the medical industry, because it is an industry, and then you get stuffed down with more pharmaceutical drugs, and you know, they might rip out your gallbladder when you didn't need to. I mean, I know I'm going on a tangent, but I'm just saying that the processed food is going to lead you to ill health. And that's just, health is everything, you guys. It's just everything. In this physical realm that we're in right now, a healthy physical body is mandatory. And if you don't have it, it's very uncomfortable. It's very expensive, and it's very, it's just horrible. I want to wake up with a healthy body every single day. And if I had children right now, which I do not, but if I did, I would never feed them anything but raw, living, organic plant food, you know? And if I do have children in the future, you can bet all of your pennies that they will be fed vibrant food. And that's just how it will be. So it just hurts me so much whenever I see children eating just dead, horrible, toxic food. And what is even worse is whenever I see pregnant women eating this garbage, you know? Your child eats what you eat in the womb. So it's just crazy. We've got all this ADD, in my opinion, which has really contributed to the colorants and the crazy preservatives in the processed food. And it's just horrible, okay? So that's my video for today, telling you to dump out processed food and replace it with beautiful, living, raw, vibrant foods. And, you know, not think of it as a negative thing. Think of it as a positive thing. Like, oh, wow, you know, I didn't really realize how processed food is harming me, and now I can get it out of my diet, along with meat and dairy, and, you know, replace it with living foods, which will make you feel so much better, which will allow you to have a proper bowel movement, which, you know, if you're like me, I don't even think I really had a healthy GI tract all of my life. I mean, I'll leave it at that. But living foods will leave you vibrant, and processed dead foods will leave you pale, sickly, just clogged up. And whenever I walk around these days, I can look at someone and I can tell if they are healthy or if they are clogged up, pasty, just, you know, sickly on the inside. Because if you can cut someone open and look at their insides, it would tell you a lot. And it's just crazy. So dump the processed food and eat raw living food. So that's my video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!